it takes to compete with the rest of APAC. Look at Ronski. Keep an eye out on this guy because he is absolutely lethal. But Marky already infiltrating. Ronski though, doing no wrong, already getting two. A quick push here from the side of Order. Wild Oreo ready to contest. A good call from Oasis to actually keep the fight going. But Ronski is still at it. And hello already, courtesy of Order, a splash made into the mid-zone.
The dust settles, but this time it's Ronski for the fourth. An ace he is on pace to doing.
That first kill, but suddenly that site being taken over by Order, but courtesy at least taking a bow there, finding Ronski to start things off. Marky again though, just pushing forward and getting into the back lines here of Order. Texta though finding Marky into now with a trade, and Wild Oreo trying to play the anchor, snaps away before he gets overwhelmed, and he finds Disco in response.
He's trying to maybe isolate the fight here, get that 1v1. Coco getting that first contact. Just be careful because of the spam coming on through, but courtesy on the flank.
Helping out the team in the long run. Outside of Oasis though, playing courtesy into this round, but Ronski now fighting Wild Order. Courtesy though, still making an impact anyway for the sixth man of Oasis Gaming. Oasis, a myriad of compositions brought out on the PA side, looking to see what sticks, but Envy sticking it towards Texta. 3v3 scenario. Marky yet again though, behind enemy lines. He's a saboteur here for the side of Oasis. Spike is planted though, but look at the angles of opportunity for Oasis. Nice escapade courtesy of Disco. He's pushing past the arches. We also get the fragment, and RDW burnt down.
Perfect positioning on that, perfect placement here coming from Envy. Impeccable timing as well. Maple from the flank here on the half wall. They know where he is. He's got a full commit to it though. On the flank back, Envy finds the third in the round. They know he's here towards McDonald's, and the drive-through, they send him out past.
He and RDW to do the damage that needs to be done for Order's success. In case in point, Ronski yet again leading the charge. Marky though on the board versus Disco. Flat versus there into the corner, and courtesy cannot secure the kill. A dash on the way from Ronski. He got a little dicey there, but Coco now rolling pretty much the jackpot versus RDW. Envy finding Texta 2. Oasis right now going for the shots. Ronski though still willing to fight despite the HP disparity, but Oasis this time finding their markers, finding Order, and finding actively around in their favor.
They collapse down on Order in the scramble from Order if they're not careful. They've taken the B site already, no one to defend it. This will be a round conceded potentially as Ronski opens things up here, and he gets a spam through the half wall as well. RDW, great shots into the site, and that leaves things so dire for Oasis. But Wild Oreo going even bigger, digging and dumping. Courtesy, last one left alive.
Courtesy trying to play all the way in the back line, but that was crazy from Ronski. Broken wall for a reason, breaking yet again the Oasis defense, but Courtesy is not done, showing Order. And Oasis still has some fight left in them. RDW don't get tagged on the round. It only takes a single shot here for RDW. Jump peeks here and there, rendezvous right now, but Courtesy has an inkling of where he is from afar though. Shakhtar still gets the connection. Courtesy holding in front, and then the side of Order. And yet again, the site is taken by his mere presence. Viper spit into play. Disco though with the groove over onto Coco. Marky trying to find the target. He brought out the operator this time, but truly the counterplay here with a Viper spit. But Marky, how did he find Ronski there? He was just jiggling, trying to find the shoulder peak, but in the end the tag does come. Envy though decides to play it close. Disco though with a third. We're back already. It's the 80s because this is the groove from Disco. The ace is there.
That lets him open the door for a possible A split, but Coco finds Ronski a bit too overeager, a bit too overzealous on that peak. The Disco will get the trade at the very least, but the damage has been done. Now the tip of their spear has been blunted, and Courtesy finds a kill on the Maple.
The problem here for Order, double-edged sword sometimes. They lose Ronski early, they lose that space, and someone else needs to play the hero, but it's all zeros now for the side of Order. RDW though tracking Marky down, tries to use that momentum versus another one, but it's not gonna try and get as much map control as possible. But a great call from Oasis to group on up, overwhelm one single site, catch them out mid-rotation as much as possible. But these angles, the timing there from Marky turning on the way leads to their demise in the hands of Disco, and he's going nuclear yet again. Ghost in hand, gets the 3. Wild Oreo, the only one left, but he has been tamed by May. Sometimes things are just meant to be, and we are meant to see RDW is going to do here with a third round operator. Quite the investment here for Order. Marky tried to climb the castle, but Disco will just fend him off yet again. Disco has just been absolutely immense here for the side of Order. RDW even finding Courtesy in response. Envy though shutting down the lone command, but he's still suppressed because of the presence of the robot. Envy though finding RDW. Coco on the board, and Oasis shooting out of this situation, but here comes Ronski! Decides to confirm it onto Coco, but that split second that making the splash in this pool. And we'll see who can wade these waters yet again. All drone now into play. Dash on in. Standard execute here from Oasis. Pretty much the bread and butter as a unit. And it's a 5v5 situation. It's a plan here. Looking to come together for Oasis. Invi though, able to infiltrate. And it's Order unexpecting the Oasis fall to be right in front of them. They get the plant down. They get the Viper spits. And this is a good setup for Oasis so far.
They have a lot to work with here at the very least on the Oasis' side. 4v3, and that post plan is going to be ever more so secure with the jazz hands being thrown up here from Coco. Maple, the rest. Okay fight they're putting up here right now, but one that Order are going to show to be not quite enough. RDW, man, what an opening shot he finds in Disco. Hampering the push here from the double doors of Oasis. Courtesy and the rest of them trying to push on in. Blind ultimate to try and find him, and that he does. Disco goes down here to Courtesy. Texta though, he's completely taking him all down. A Texas Chainsaw Massacre really coming from him. And Maple almost securing the round. It's still on the Courtesy, but he won't last too long. Match point! Sight still. They can go towards that elbow and try and flank around around, but Maple's making sure that flank is being on check. He does get the kill on the Coco, and things are much made more difficult here for the side of Oasis. He can actually ult this if he wanted to. The lineup is there, but holds on to it for the meantime, realizing he could find a better opportunity to use that exact piece of his utility. While Oreo flanking here towards mid-dax. If he can get a kill, this is doable.
Yeah, but look who's laying down the law right now. Disco on the outside of doors, and RDW playing protector still. Effectively a crossfire if I've ever seen one. And 100 now gonna be into play. Courtesy getting tagged. Marky just absolutely suppressed, absolutely cornered right now. And Ronski coming in from behind. They are probably shades of the past here for Order. Our year past. He has been pretty much on exclusive chamber duty here on the side of Order. Once played Neon on Fracture, and we might see that if we go to a third map. But Oasis now, the execute is clear towards that A side. Marky trying to go to painful side spots, but Texta and Ronski, the straight shooters yet again. Ronski, he speed ran the ace.
Now they commit here towards B. Position here by RDW is going to have to be crucial. That Ares could really rip him apart, and that it does. He does get the kill through it, while Oreo fended off. The Nano Swarm keeping them at bay. Could find the follow-up when they do push through. Maple, he gets another kill. Things at a standstill here for Oasis. And Order making sure that they can really put their foot down on what's happening right now. The decree here coming from Order is a round potentially secured as Envy finds two. Order and Maple get Ronski able to dodge that 0 point in time dax, and he can go for a peek here, and that he does. Connects on a Coco.
Yeah, usually he's that entry point with the rifle, but the up-in hand still as potent as ever. Especially RDW on the killjoy of every other agent. RDW, speaking of the man, the myth, the legend himself, consistent shots, as precise as can be. The Order just coming out of the woodworks here to surprise Oasis as much as possible. Peak potential for Order to be one of the strongest, well, tools they can have right now. But Wild Oreo, a face full of RTW, gives him the fist. Wild Oreo is not done. Ronski the with the third, and here comes the darkness towards the side. Nightfall is there, and it will be the crescent moon. Watch. Oh, just able to stay a step ahead of the curve in the first place. Texta though, Paranoia Prime right now, and here we go with the push. Texta is not done. The advance is through from Order. Keep moving forward, but Coco will make them take the step back. Marky also finding Disco 2v1. All left out to RDW. He's waiting for someone to peek him out. Precision yet again. Is his game? Is his name? And the flank yet again for another angle of opportunity here for the OCE squad.
And to have that B main control is a very important position for a retake, but Wild Oreo is going to go big. He's going to go huge actually here. The peek comes from Texta being shut on down. As Coco finds a double there towards the B main position, but Envy will keep them in check in of itself. So push up here towards that mid pizza, trying to bake the site wide open, but as they push, Marky finds a kill, but Disco, he can still be rezzed here. Maple trading out immediately is a big important point, and that Nightfall is going to allow him to potentially secure the res back up online. RDW making sure that the lane picture is going to be clear, crystal clear really, as Wild Oreo goes down and Ripperoo follows suit. It's all on the Coco. He's going to have to find the flank, and that he does. He's found a position, but now he's been found out as well. He can't really find any more. Rather want to have a better weapon in his hands in that case. Maple holding this off angle. Pixel shot connects, and Coco, that's all he sees, the blank blue screen at the end. Maple on the swing, but Envy's going to catch him off guard. Actually, Disco holding down the line, fighting two, but Ripper will do the same. 3v2. Ronsky lets him pass. There's no real idea here for Marky that what is coming right behind him is going to be his doom and demise.
And case in point there, Order right now just so confident with the angles. Hard aggressive even from the man that is named Maple. This time though, the defenses will fail him. Ripper able to make the trade work. And it's 4v4 at the moment. Now the Swarm though, the flush Oasis out just a little bit more. Bit of a bother on the floor. Cosmic Fight into play. Lockdown is there, but look at Order go. They want to contest this. They don't care. Lockdown broken. Disco breaking 2 even. And it's truly shattering the Oasis fold right now. Wild Oreo and Envy, the only ones left. They use the sacrifice of their teammates to set up towards that A site. And it's opportunity looking to await Envy perhaps. In Order, sniff out the Sova so far.
Envy, one of the most potent young players in the Philippine scene. He's going to have to go big here, but only one he can find really on Aronsky. Stecks to make sure that doesn't go unchecked. 1v3. Wild Oreo. Huge implications this round could have moving to the second half. He gets a kill here, but it doesn't even come as Disco dancing all above the competition.
That comfort with one another, and honestly, the Oasis Gaming communication, it's an absolute vibe check. If things are working out for them, they're happy to go for it. But Ronsky just does not let go whatsoever off the gas pedal. This guy is going initial D and drifting through the opposition as much as possible. 3v2 right now, though. It's Order with the advantage as they get on site. Nice angle yet again taken by Texta with opportunity. But look at Order not even flat. They want to contest up close and personal. Envy though finding a second anyway. Maple the only one left. Ripper coming from above. And this could be perfect timing for Ripper! Absolutely ridiculous. Magic made here by Order yet again. Texta over onto Speedway, but Ripper and Envy have had enough force by situation here from Oasis. They want to throw a wrench in the plans of Order, and it's time for chaos yet again. Prowler though into play. Order with market control. At least they can try and zone out. Cancer there with an out swarm, but here we go with the contest. Maple winning it out anyway. The flag is real from RDW trying to get the off angle. Spectre spraying down to get the takedown. 2v2 right now. Disco though not overexerting his efforts. Now he goes in to get rid of Wild Oreo as he was pinched. And it's all left to Envy on site, but he's getting off. The angle here, he's moving forward, able to isolate Disco first, dealing with the turret, runs out of bullets now, classic in hand, but fortunately, bit of a sword throat scenario that needs to clear up as soon as possible, but Nightfall now has decided to envelop the site. Disco with a few bursts here and there to try and get a few wall bangs, but beyond that, it's a distraction here by Order yet again. Magic being made here by the Order squadron. These guys are just illusionists at its finest. Now the Swarm gonna be into play too. At least the stall there courtesy of Ripper. And now Oasis has a semblance of idea what is going on. Not only that though, it's not the best buy situation here for Oasis. They have to scrap it out as much as possible, but Texta wins it versus 2. Ripper and Wild Oreo both go down. Ronsky pushing on forward, checks left, doesn't check right. Marky at least getting one here to the side of Oasis, but the advantage is overwhelming right now, courtesy of Order, and Envy will fall in suit. Marky the only one left, but the boys from the land down.